Is this thing on? Yeah, it is. All right, I want to start by thanking everyone for coming. To say that we plan to get everybody out of here the day after Thanksgiving and talk to you is probably an understatement, because I hate to mess with anybody's weekend, but with the story that broke last Wednesday and some inaccuracies in that, we just felt it was very important to stand up and answer some questions. It's been our policy since we became owners here to be available to the media, to the fans, to the public, and answer any questions, and that's what we're here to do today. I'm happy to say the story was without merit that was in the Charlotte paper, as is evidenced by the fact that we played in Gwinnett yesterday and we're playing here tomorrow and in Charlotte Sunday. But part of the information or basis for the story is pretty accurate. We've made no bones about the fact that it's been a battle and a struggle financially to work this, and we've been trying to turn it around, and we've made great inroads into that. But with the current economy and everything, this year's been extremely tough. This year's been hard, and we've had some trouble meeting our obligations. We really feel like that we take it serious that we are partners with the league. It's not a franchise, it's a membership. And we've had many conversations going back to October with the league about where everything stood and how things were going. And at some point there has to be a assurance on their part that we can continue on. And we've been working with that. We've been exchanging information, and they've even been very helpful in changing some times and deadlines that we've had to make for payments. So they've been very beneficial in what we're doing. But in the end, especially with some events that occurred about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had to step up the process of looking for some folks to become partners or investors with us here in this operation. We were received fairly well by many business people in this town. We've met with as many as we could think of that might chat with us, but as of this minute, nobody stepped forward to say, yep, we want to help keep hockey here in Augusta. That left us no alternative with very short notice but to look outside to someone to possibly take all or part of ownership at an outside source. We did really want someone that had an interest in keeping it here as well. I can tell you that there's been 3 groups that we've had conversations with. 2 of them are very in-depth to a lot of exchange of financial information and whatnot, and we don't have a deal at this point, but we're working with them very feverishly to get that done. We've spoken, in addition to local business folks, we've met with the mayor. I know I've been in on 2 of the meetings. I think Jan's had a couple additional meetings with him, seeing if there's any ideas along those lines to help out. In the end, we want to find a solution or a way to keep hockey in Augusta, Georgia. Unfortunately, we've run into a whole lot of roadblocks. And I mean, the time is now. If anyone has an interest, if you know anyone, they need to be talking to us, because we don't have months to sort this thing out. I mean, we've got a window of a few more days to continue to get one of these deals done and then continue on. But I can assure you that if at any point in time we get to where we can't, you won't read it in the Charlotte Observer. You know, we'll stand up here like we have in the past and let you know what's going on. I think Jan got a couple things to say, and then we're going to stand here and answer your questions as long as you have questions.
It's always nice to see such friendly faces. I've seen them over and over throughout the couple of years we've been involved, and y'all don't get that part. Anyway, hold on. Thank y'all for being here for us, period. Anyway, what I'm trying to say today is that when we originally bought this team, we bought the team for the community. We felt that it was a wonderful source for entertainment for the area, first off, and I'm sad to say that there are a lot of things that happened that we really weren't expecting, possibly to the tune of $2.4 million. Just for y'all to know, that's kind of where we are. And 'tis the season for giving, and Jan's all given out. And Robert and I can't do anything more. It's been hard, and if I had it to give, I would give it again, y'all, all over again. I'll be back on top one day, I'm sure, and I'll be back and ready to give to the community again. At this point in time, I'm begging anyone who can come and help us with this. The urgency is at hand, no doubt. This is a time with an economic stress and strife in this country, and what we all must realize is that we've got to pull together, number one. I mean, I don't mean just for the Lynx. I mean for the arts. I mean for businesses. Remember who's here supporting this community. We are, and we've got to help local business people as well as the venues that have been open to us and this wonderful community that we do have. We have got to stick together. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anyone out there recognizes that if 1/2 of the population of the CSRA would attend a Lynx game during the 36 opportunities that it offers during the season, we would not be in the situation that we are today. So anyway, encourage everyone to come. It is a wonderful night of entertainment, and everybody just needs to understand. I said earlier in the season, I'm not asking 4,000 people to come to 36 games. I'm asking 250,000 to come to one. Y'all find it in your hearts. I know many of you here have worked very hard and helped us get the word out. And like I said before, we all just need to join together. And I want to thank y'all, because this group in here has certainly supported us over and over again. So I thank you. And as far as I'm concerned, Augusta and the community here and the whole CSRA, I'm just sorry that I'm in a position right now, Robert and I are in a position where we can't continue to give as much as we have in the past. Our hearts are still with it, and we will do our best to continue. And Dan and all of his hard work, and the staff and the players and the coach and everyone, just I don't know what the answer is. If anyone has any good answers, y'all bring them on. And like Dan said, it's just time. If there's anyone that can step up and help, we're crying out for that at this point. Thank you.
Okay, at that point, the only other thing I would add that I think when we did have an email from the mayor, we had invited him to this, and he's actually out of town. But the gist of his conversation, or his email, was that he really hoped that, not just for hockey, but for the quality of life and everything in Augusta, that he could help us work through a solution, and has been. Like I said, we've met with him numerous times. So, with that, anybody got any questions? We'll be glad to answer.
Is any thought on going to the SPHL for next season or two?
Well, I don't think there's any way to go next season because of I think you have to set dark a year. I don't think you can go direct in. You could. The SPHL certainly is a viable league and a viable option. But I think if there's an ECHL market in the league, it has to be dark a year before you can go without violating the commitment to the ECHL. Any other questions? Ed?
Is there any way to get the Charlotte Observer to take out a full-page ad in the Augusta Chronicle apologizing to the fans for all heart attacks they gave out when...
Well, I think the Augusta Chronicle would like that, and I'm sure they'll be glad to sell them the ad. I'm not going to be vindictive to somebody like that. I'm very disappointed that, to me,